And joining me right now with his own reaction is the Chief Investment Officer of Federated Investors. He is the author of the new book, The Missionary of Wall Street, Stephen Auth. And Stephen, it is good to have you on the program this morning.
Good to be here.
Thanks so much for joining us. And the missionary on Wall Street, many people of Wall Street don't realize you're very religious. You've got a very strong faith. Let me kick it off there, because the book is From Managing Money to Saving Souls on the Streets of New York. Your reaction to what took place yesterday?
It's just tragic for Catholics, particularly to watch. You know, the cathedrals in the Middle Ages were thought to be the place where God came onto earth. It was heaven on earth. And they built these cathedrals. The flying buttresses was what really allowed them to build these heights with these glass walls, which, without any steel, only with stone, figured out how to do that. And when you went inside Notre Dame, which was always the first place I would visit when I go to Paris, you get a sense that you're in heaven on earth. And to watch this come down, just very tragic.
It really is. There's no money that could be given to replace what this cathedral represents and what it represented in its form. It's sad. Why did you write this book, The Missionary of Wall Street?
I wrote it, Maria, because you know, we've been doing this for a decade now on the streets in New York, and a lot of it's centered around Holy Week, actually. And what I found over 10 years, the book is full of these conversations with people about matters of faith. And I think people of faith, increasingly, we've kind of pulled back inside our own walls. You know, the dialogue around us is increasingly secular. And it's really meant to inspire people to go out there and talk to people. And if you do it and engage them in a kind of joyful, loving way, you can have amazing conversations. Actually, last night, you know, we start the mission again this week, and we get a lot of French people at this time of year. And there's French people, there's a beautiful, poignant story about light and darkness and some French people in the book. But last night, we had some French tourists with us, and, you know, we ended up just praying in the church together. It's very tough for them.
I'm sure it is, and how beautiful to be able to get that gathering together. And incredible that this tragedy takes place in the beginning of Holy Week. It's almost, I mean, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
The timing of it, right before Easter, and obviously Passover, and for the Jewish religion as well.